Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Just a review of the fight between Donaire and Inoue. What a great fight we just witnessed for the World Boxing Super Series final between two great fighters. Inoue, the monster, obviously the favorite coming into the fight, the power punching young man who knocks out everything that's in his pathway versus Donaire, the seasoned, experienced champion that a lot of people had dismissed way before this fight, had dismissed long before, saying he was shot and finished and his career was over. So it was an absolute credit to the sport that both these guys were able to come together, the old and the new, come together to give us a great fight. Um, you know, when you're a guy that's fought at a higher weight and then at a lower weight, and you've also been able to been around the sport a long time. You've seen them all. You've seen people come and go, and experience is there for a reason. You can't just buy this experience. So Donaire came into the fight an experienced champion, not just a fly by night. He'd been there. He'd been there in the good times when he was considered one of the greatest fighters of his era. Then, still he is, I think, still one of the greatest fighters. Um, Even then, um, a great fighter. Can't a bad word cannot be spoken for how long Donaire's been around and what he's done for the sport. You know, and Nui, the champion. People like quick knockouts. People like quick knockouts. But tonight, this fight proved to me what a great fighter Nui was or is. Not was, is, and I have to say this for a number of reasons, because young fighters can come, and you've seen young fighters come and go, knock guys out, and then get knocked out. The most interesting part of the fight for me, actually, as I tuned in, was I think it was around 8 or 9, where it seemed at a point where Donaire seemed to be getting stronger and knew he seemed to be tiring a little, and he caught Inoue with a great shot, a really great shot, and it looked like Inoue was there to go. He looked like he could have been, he was vulnerable at that point, but it was the way he was able to come back after that. That for me, showed me true signs of a champion. Not only can give it, but can take it. He also, I knew, was cutting the fight as well, and he showed great internal fortitude. A lot of fighters, when they start getting hit back and things are not going their way, and it's difficult for them, they find a way out, whether it be to quit or they end up getting knocked out because they're so used to blasting people out of there. Now somebody's giving some sort of resistance, and he's not being blasted out, and he's throwing punches back. It's all very confusing, very, very difficult. I knew he showed internal fortitude, and for that, I give him credit. Donaire himself took some hellacious shots in that fight. I mean, I don't know what kept Donaire up in that fight, but obviously he was able to slip some, see the punches coming, and fire back of his own. But I think Donaire missed the moment, whether it was because of age and didn't want to punch himself out. But I think he missed the moment. I felt that in the round where he rocked Inoue, he didn't really jump on Inoue, and I don't know if that was because he didn't realize how badly hurt Inoue was, or he was conscious he didn't want to punch himself out, or he didn't have that much in the gas tank left. You never know with somebody that age, but definitely there was a moment there I felt where Inoue was in some serious trouble, and then I felt that Donaire could have jumped on Inoue. Um, so things I noticed in the fight, Inoue himself, what makes him exciting is his come forward style. I like movements where he was moving in and out using lots of lateral movement, pinging Donaire with punches and using his footwork to get a step around at times. That was good. But there were other things within the fight I saw that were quite alarming. The way he was easily countered over the top with the right hand or left hand. He was constantly being countered over and over again by Donaire. He was getting hit so often in the fight, And sure, his punching power is great and all the rest of it. But I always say to myself, okay, so that's what Donaire did. Not a younger guy who can punch in that same situation down the stretch, getting you hurt. I just think I always look at technical things, and I looked at how Inoue was easy to hit and was getting caught a lot. And I always analyze those things. So I look at a fight and say, okay, yep, these are things you did great, these things you did well, but there was a lot of sloppy work as well where he was getting caught over the top. I guess when you're a puncher, when you're a big puncher, one of the things when you're a big puncher knocking guys out is that there's a tendency to forget defense or a tendency to forget that you can get hit yourself. I think I've said this so many times, um, that it's all right getting hit, throwing punches, but getting hit back is something. So if there's anything about Inoue that's a concern, is the amount of punches he gets hit with and how easily he can get hit over the top and get hit in between throwing his own punches. So yeah. So any guy that's gonna give Inoue problems is gonna be a guy who's gonna be able to hit Inoue on the inside and land and throw punches when he's throwing punches. So I thought it was I thought it was a great fight. So fight of the year candidate for sure. Yeah. So yeah, Donaire was, listen. Like I said, Donaire has done exceptionally well considering where Donaire's come from, in the sense of where if you look at where Donaire got knocked out, people said, Donaire's finished, he's done with. I mean, people even see when he got beat by Rigondeaux, he was finished then. So I mean, and Donaire's come back after all the critics said he was finished. And even tonight, Sky love. I don't know what it is about Sky commentators. They love to finish a career for you. Or this could be the end of Donaire tonight. Why do they love to say that? Why do they love to say that? Why do commentators, particularly English commentators, and the commentators from Sky, have this obsession with when guys are old in their careers, this could be the end of? Why? Why could it be the end of? Why? It disgusts me every time. You won't hear that from UFC. You'll never hear that in the UFC. How this could be the end of Donaire's career. What? Why would it be the end of Donaire's career? He fought better than most top 10 fighters against Inoue. Okay, he didn't get blasted out of there. So I don't know where. I don't know where this is coming from. I really don't. Sorry. I don't know where it's all coming from. It's the end of Donaire's career. All right. Ryan Burnett, who fought Donaire, is the end of his career, and he's a young fighter, right? So I don't know why boxing commentators, particularly in the UK, as I said, like to commentate and talk about it's the end of Donaire's career. If it is the end of Donaire's career, let Donaire be the one to make that announcement, not you. As far as I'm concerned, the commentators are a waste of time. It's a waste of space on Sky. Waste of space. Absolute waste of space. I don't know what they're paid to do because it ain't to commentate. So that's my scathing report on Sky commentary. People should just turn the volume down when Sky people commentate. They talk a whole load of rubbish. Great fight with both fighters. And yeah, Donaire had his moments in that fight. Although I wouldn't want to watch rematch. I don't want. Now, moving forward, Inoue now from this fight. Hey, smash the like button. You're in the room. Come on, guys. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button if you're in the room. Moving forward, Donaire for Inoue. I'd like to see Donaire fight Dogba. I'd like to see that fight, and I'd like to see the guy that beat Dogbo twice fight Inoue. I'd love to see that fight. That's a great fight right there, because that guy's got height. He's got punching power. It's a good fight, very good fight. But that is what boxing's all about. The best fighting the best. It's just a shame that we have to wait until a boxing super series final for the best to fight the best. It really is a shame. Yeah, it's definitely a great fight. Why wouldn't it not be a great? Inoue Navarrete was a great fight. It's a great fight. I remember we are talking to Bob Arum, and I asked Bob what Dogbear's plans were, and he turned around and said that he wanted Dogbear to fight Navarrete for a rematch. And I'm looking at Dogbear going, bro, you don't want that. You don't want that work. You don't want that work. No matter how much weight you cut, no how much weight you cut, you ain't beating Navarrete. You're going to get beaten again, and badly. So I'd like to see him and Inoue. I think that'd be a great fight. Inoue versus Tete. Oh, that's a great fight as well, isn't it? That's a great fight. Walters can come back against Inoue. Well, you know, up to that fight against Walters, that Walters Lomachenko fight was one that, for me, I still shake my head at it. I really do. I shake my head and go, bro, were you paid off in that fight or something? What the hell was that? I don't want to talk about Axeman. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him. Don't want to talk about him. I can't talk about him. So yeah, don't want to talk about him at all because talking about him just upsets me. Not that I'm, it just upsets me. The guy had so much going for him. Completely disappeared now. So, yeah, so again, great fight for Inoue. Tete is vulnerable to the body. Yeah? Okay. Tete can punch though. Tete can punch. Yeah, Tete can punch. Don't mess about with Tete, man. About Tete's vulnerable to the body. You know, if we'd listened to you, then Donaire and Inoue should never have fought. Because Donaire had been knocked out before. So the basis of Donaire being knocked out before, the fight should happen. Inoue Tete unification is the best fight to be made at £180. Yeah, it is. Tete's a bad man. Love to see that fight. So, we'll see. Navarrete, Tete, Walters, Gary Russell Jr., if he knew, beats them all. He has a better resume than Lomachenko. Gary Russell Jr., what a fight that would be, though. Gary Russell Jr. versus Inoue, what a fight. Russell's got the speed. Russell's got the speed of hands to be able to give Inoue problems. Because if he can time Inoue when Inoue's throwing his punches, he can give problems to Russell. But I don't like Russell's inactivity. He's too inactive. And eventually that's going to catch up. You've got to be sharp, you know. Just imagine if Russell fought all the time. No, I don't want to see Frampton versus Inoue. I'd love to see Warrington versus Inoue. Because out of the two of them, Warrington will at least try and adapt his style against Inoue. Frampton will fight the same way every fight. Warrington, you can see he'll try and box. He'll try different ways to fight. Warrington don't just come in straight lines all the time. I'd like Warrington to come out the track. If I'm Warrington to fight Inoue, I'd fight him like he fought Frampton. Come out the tracks. Come out from round one, bombs away. Because and try and force Inoue back and let them hands go. That's it. Hey, smash the like button when you're in room, people. Come out first round fast and just let bombs go. Listen, because I don't see a Frampton on the back foot sitting back watching Inoue. No. He'd have to come out. No. What kind of a question is that? Could Inoue outbox Selby? Selby, listen. Selby didn't. Burns outboxed Selby. So I don't rate Ricky Burns as a great boxer. Ricky Burns outboxed Selby for 12 rounds. So I don't want to talk about Lee Selby, man. Lee Selby, that's a guy that for me is done. Forget Lee Selby, man. Sorry, I'm sorry to my friend that's a Lee Selby fan from Wales, but he didn't beat Burns. So yeah, let's see what we got here. Welsh Mayweather. Yeah, Warrington, Gary Russell Jr. would be a good fight. Oh, that'd be a great fight. I'd love to see that fight. You know what Warrington reminds me of? Josh Warrington reminds me of Scott Harrison. There's similarities between the two, the way the two guys fight. All intensity, punches coming in bunches, high work ethics, great stamina, good chin, decent punching power, real balls of steel. Scott Harrison. I would love to see Scott Harrison in this era. Can you imagine Scott Harrison, Michael Brody, Prince Nassim Hamed, Paul Ingle, Junior Jones, Kenny McKinley, Marco Antonio Barrero, Kevin Kelly. Imagine them guys. Imagine Inoue around them guys. But that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? That's some fighters there. I mean, that's tasty right there. And who was the Japanese guy that beat the Japanese guy? Was it Japanese guy? Chi. Do you remember Chi? Do you remember the guy that beat Michael Brody? I think it was Injin Chi. Remember Injin Chi? Injin Chi. Does anyone remember Injin Chi? If you can remember Injin Chi, that's something. Oh, he was a Japanese fighter as well, I believe. He had a tremendous chin on him, and he could punch. He beat Michael Brody for the WBC title. Bantamweight title, I believe. There was a big fuss about Injin Chi and Brody. But yeah. Anyway, those are my thoughts. What an era that would have been, having Inoue in that era. But he's the man for the moment. I'm sure Tete would have something to say about it. But for now, congratulations to Inoue. He will definitely be a better fighter from this performance from Donaire. He will learn from it and he'll come back even stronger. So, and if for those fighters out there who wanted encouragement, they just have to look at that round where Inoue was hurt and think to themselves, well, I'm younger than Donaire. Maybe I can capitalise on it. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Take care.